If you'd like to learn about adding equipment to your laser engraving business for higher potential profits, then stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about how adding equipment to your laser engraving business can potentially increase your profits. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. Vevor reached out to me about potentially including this product in an upcoming video. And I thought about it, even though hats are not something that I had never really decided to delve into, I thought, well, I live in the South and hats are wildly popular. And although I probably wouldn't add this to my Etsy shop because I don't want to compete online for business in the hat realm, producing hats locally may be a great income earner for me and my business. So we are going to embark on a little journey today using this hat heat press to create my very first hat. So stick around and let's get into it. So I just want to take a minute to brag on a company. Now, they were not going to be part of this video whatsoever, but when you're looking for products and you need those components, those critical pieces of something that you're going to make, you want to do a little bit of research and you want to go with the companies that are tried and true. Now, when we're talking about hats, I can't tell you how many times I've heard people that talk about, hey, I made this patch, I used the heat press, I put it on the hat and I sent it to the customer, and then a couple weeks later, a month later, the hat was dirty, they threw it in the wash and now the patch is falling apart. So I did my research and I reached out to a company that many of you have probably heard of if you've been around this industry much at all, but I reached out to Lone Star Adhesive. I'd heard great things about them, but I was honestly shocked with how well they treated me as a brand new customer. Initially, there were a couple things, I had some questions. I wasn't sure if I was going to place the order. I sent them an email. I said, hey, look, here's my situation. And they said, no problem, we'll take care of you. And a couple days later, I get my package. And I mean, it's always cool to get a little bit of freebies in there, but we've got, a Lone Star Adhesive sticker, can't talk, another sticker, and they sent along the patch products that we'll be using in this video. And I just went with some blank leatherette that should match the hat that I ordered. So they sent that, the patches that already have the adhesive on there. They sent this wonderful Highland cow, just kind of a little bonus. And then I got an emotional support pickle. I don't know, this has made my day. I keep this thing with me all the time now. Apparently they're known for this, so I can't promise you that they're going to send you an emotional support pickle, but if you need high quality hat patches with an adhesive that is going to stick, go to their website, look at their videos. The owner there, he shows you that this adhesive is not going to fail. You will have to pull this leather apart, in the grain before that adhesive is going to fail. So Lone Star Adhesive, again, not sponsored, just great customer service. We are over at the Fiber Laser. We have our Leatherette from Lone Star loaded, and we are going to run a test grid to see what we got. Before I hit play or start on the machine, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my air assist because I have heard that this stuff smells horrible. So let that fan get up to speed, and we will go ahead, throw on the safety glasses, and let this go. All right, now let's take a look at this, and I think we got some good results there. I actually went back a second time and redid the text at 1500 millimeters per second at 20% power. I think that looks really good. So now we can kind of see there is the ability to do a really light mark at low power if you wanted to. And of course you can continue to explore this. I know some people are able to get several different shades out of leatherette, but for just a standard 2-color, I think I'm okay. So now that we know the settings that we're going to use, it's time to design the patch. So many of you probably don't know, but I am a naval flight officer in the United States Navy. I'm getting ready to retire after almost 30 years of naval service, so awesome. But this is the design that I came up with. I'm not a great graphic designer. There's so much stuff out there that you can find, or maybe you're a lot better than me, but hey, I'm gonna make this hat for myself. So we've got our design here that was done in Adobe Illustrator. Then we are going to take it over here into Light Burn. We have our settings all set here. So as we saw from our little test grid that we did, we're gonna run 1200 millimeters per second at 20% power, a frequency of 30 kilohertz, a Q pulse width of 200 nanoseconds, one pass at 0.2 millimeter line interval, and a scan angle of 45 degrees, one pass. I'm doing this on my 80 watt Haitian fiber laser, and I am using a 110 millimeter lens. So that is the sum total of all the settings. Now, I will tell you, I kind of experimented a little bit to see what would be the best and quickest way to engrave this. And I did a version where I had the letters and or the Navy on one layer and retired on another layer and the plane on another layer and the border on another layer, but that actually doubled the time. So that basically comes down to the fact that we've got this border that runs the entire area of the patch, and so because the laser is going to have to cover pretty much the entire area, you don't really gain anything by separating those. So now that we have our design laid out and our settings are known, let's take it over to the laser and get this patch engraved. All right, here we are at the laser. Now, one of the other nice things about the Lone Star adhesive products here is they actually have templates on their website. So this frame here that you see, the red laser, actually comes from the file that they gave me. So it's great to be able to know that I've got everything set up properly. So now we can take a look at the design. We'll frame that instead. And there we can see that things should be looking good. So we'll go ahead and turn on our exhaust fan and start this job. And there we have it. We have our finished patch. I think it looks fantastic. Very happy. And that's just a really good, instance of don't touch your work until you're ready and you're happy with it. Because if I had moved the patch, obviously I wouldn't have been able to engrave it a couple more times. But that lets me know. So even though the test pattern, it showed that it looked like I ran 1200 at 20%. I had nice dark lines, but that's all engraving in this one little area with not a lot of scan space in between. So I needed to bump this up. So I finished at 30% power at 1200, and then I actually dropped the plane down to 700 at 30 and ran it a couple times. So love the fine detail that you get with the fiber laser and this Leatherette patch from Lone Star Adhesive. Now that we have our hat patch created, it is time to put it on the cap. So First of all, I would like to thank our sponsor for today's video. Vevor was kind enough to reach out and ask if I would be interested in trying out this hat press. This is the model F136 cap heat press machine. It looks to be a pretty capable unit. It's the first time I've ever used it, so we'll see how this goes. But they do include with this unit a few nice features here. We have 3 different size base plates depending on the size of cap that you are working with. So this is the one that was installed on there. It seems to be the best fit for what we are doing today. All right, let's go over some settings on this before we put the patch on the hat. So first off, we can set, if I hold this power button for 6 seconds, it will allow me to set whether I want Fahrenheit or Celsius. So I'm going to choose Fahrenheit. So we'll hit that, press that again to turn it on. Now if I turn this dial to the left, and you can see it's an automatic system, it's going to let me set the time. So if I turn left, it'll go down. If I turn right, it'll go up. I'm going to set this to 30 seconds based on some preliminary research that I've done on the internet. So I'll go ahead and hit that. Then if I turn it to the right, it lets me set the temperature. And now in Fahrenheit, this will go all the way up to 401 degrees or as low as 104. That's 205 Celsius on the high end or 40 degrees Celsius on the low end. So I'm going to set this to 300. Again, I'll hit that, and the unit will start heating up. So once it is ready to go, you got to be careful because the top is going to be pretty hot as this heats up. But now that it is heating, we'll go ahead and get our hat placed. Let's get the hat placed on there. The beeping you hear is letting me know that it is all ready to go. The unit has heated up to the desired temperature of 300 degrees. So I'm going to just go ahead and make sure that I fold down this little sweatband here and kind of line that up with the front. One of the other nice features of this unit is this lever right here to the side, and that will pull down on the cap, and this will lock into place, and that lets me get everything set up really nicely so that my hat is where it needs to be and it'll stay in place. And now that we have our hat, can't talk this morning, now that we have our hat firmly in place, everything looks nice and smooth. We'll go ahead and kind of smooth that down, and we'll go and place our patch exactly where we want it to be. We'll get that nicely centered, and I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of Kapton tape just to hold it down so that it doesn't shift while I do the actual pressing. Now, before we place our patch on the hat where we want it, one critical thing to note is there is a protective layer here that you need to remove. So we're going to remove our adhesive. I'm going to go ahead and preheat my hat just a little bit, probably give it about 10 seconds. That's just going to get all the fibers in there real nice and warm. And with this unit, you can see it's counting down. It would auto release at 30 seconds, but I can hit it here a little early. So we are going to pop that up, and then we can place our patch exactly where we want it. Get it nice and centered there. And because the hat is already warm, you can see that my patch is there, and I don't have to use the tape that I was initially planning on doing. So now we have our patch where we want it, and we are ready to rock and roll. We are at temperature. We have set for 30 seconds, so we're going to go ahead and hit that button, and it will automatically come down. And now we just wait for 30 seconds, and that is doing the magic of adhering that patch with the Lone Star adhesive on the back of it to our Richardson 112 hat. And up she comes, and there you go. We have a nice looking hat there, and you can see the edges are all the way down. It is looking good. All right, and now we just do everything kind of in reverse order. We're gonna lower this lever here, and we have a good looking hat. everything came out just as we had hoped it would, and I could not be more happy with the results that we have here. So hopefully that is something that I can add to the lineup in my laser engraving business. All right, so there you have it. We're going to go ahead and close this for, oh yeah, we're not going to kill the pickle. And we're going to go ahead and turn that off for easy storage. So once again, I would like to thank Vevor for sponsoring today's video and sending this unit. If you're interested, I will put a link down in the description. But I'm happy with this machine, and we'll talk about it more at the end. So stick around. All right, folks, so there it is. I mean, not too bad, especially for my first try. I don't know, maybe this will be my new favorite hat. We'll see. But anyway, so again, I want to thank Vevor for reaching out and sponsoring this video today. I also want to thank Lone Star Adhesive for the outstanding customer support that they showed to me as a first-time customer. So again, think about adding equipment to your business. Now, let's talk about one important thing before we wrap this up for good. Many people will tell you that a piece of equipment like this, you know, it's relatively low cost. I think I saw on their website it's about $150. And this can't compete with some of the other higher end machines out there. And that's probably absolutely true. Now, my philosophy, and you know, if you don't agree with me, drop a note in the comments below because I would love to hear what you think. But my philosophy is sometimes when you're doing some exploratory work, it's okay to invest in a lower cost machine. Now I know there's plenty of people out there that'll tell you buy once, cry once. When I got into laser engraving, you know, I thought, hey, tumblers are going to be a huge thing. And everybody, you see these very expensive rotary machines that are over $1,000. And I'm like, man, do I really want to do that? Well, it turns out in my market, tumblers were not a thing. So I'm glad that I only bought, you know, the $200 rotary machine. And I have it, and when I want to use it, I can use it, but it's not, you know, my daily bread maker. So if you find that, you know, or I find that hats are a huge thing and this thing isn't cutting for me, then it might be worth it to spend $1,000 or $2,000 for one of those high-end hat heat press machines that'll make my life a whole lot easier and has extra features, etc. But for now, something like this where it's just $150, it gets you in the door, it gets you ability to make a new product, and then you can explore and find out, hey, is this worth it for me? And if it's not, then you haven't invested, you know, $2,000 in a piece of equipment that now is either going to collect dust on your shelf or you're going to have to sell for a loss. So just my thoughts. Again, if you agree or disagree, please leave some comments. As always, I appreciate the time that we get to spend together on this channel. The channel is continuing to grow, and I love the ability to kind of explore things with you, try new products, look at different income streams. So I just want to keep on doing all of those things. Please take a moment to hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and hit the subscribe button so that the channel can continue to grow and I can keep working with companies out there to bring you more products and see how those can help us learn, burn, print, and grow together. Take care, everyone.